Okay, so a few quick changes we've made. First, the audio. So there's two things we've changed here. First of all, I'm using earphones, headphones, that prevent me from generating feedback. At the same time, I can turn up the volume and can listen to other participants without the need of turning up my speakers and causing a feedback loop. So it's always a good idea to use headphones when you're in a call, even if you're presenting yourself. Some people wear headphones. I personally like these ones because it's less distracting for the viewer. The second thing you want to check is the microphone settings in Windows. Sometimes, as in the previous recording, the sensitivity was too high. And if you start articulating, if you start speaking louder, you get this over-amplified sounds and distortions. So make sure you check the settings and don't increase the sensitivity too much. If it's a volume issue, it's usually not something you solve with sensitivity, but rather by speaking closer to the microphone or asking participants to turn up the volume. So that's for the audio. And the second thing that is related to that is that we've put the laptop on a bunch of books, laptop in a stand, so the laptop is now higher, which means I'm making direct eye contact with the camera. I'm not looking down on the camera or the participants, and the participants are not looking up to me. So I have a direct eye contact like I'm sitting across from somebody. The second thing this helps with is also for the voice. Like now I'm stretched, which means I can pronounce better, I can talk more articulate than when I'm hunched down and trying to reach the microphone. So this also improves the speech. By putting the laptop up and by making better eye contact, we've also changed the background. You're not seeing a white flat surface behind me, but there is some things in the background that gives a bit of depth perception. Right, because a camera is already a flat surface, you're presenting to people who are watching it on a flat surface, so any illusion you can create that there is some depth increases the fidelity. So instead of pointing it at a wall, try to use the room as a bit of that. Should not be distracting, should not be full of things, but a plant here and there, a wall, curtains will help to improve. When you're doing this, you have to be careful about the light. Cameras, especially webcams, are very sensitive when it comes to light, and if they're overexposed, they start adjusting, and they can only darken the whole image or light or brighten it. So you see that we've closed the shades of the windows, we closed the curtains, so that at least the light is equally distributed in the image as much as possible. So we try to make the bright surfaces more dim and the darker surfaces more bright. So it creates a more consistent image. The final thing that is a quick improvement is by not always using the presenter mode or the shared screen mode. If you do a call and you share your slides, people will see usually the slides full screen and yourself as a small insert. And looking at slides the whole time can be quite distracting. So it's good to not always use this mode, but also stop sharing your screen and make sure that you yourself are full screen and available to talk with the participants. So make sure that before you go into presentations, you show yourself full screen, you introduce people, you make them feel welcome so there is a connection. The same thing you can do intermediate, like in the breaks, or you can do at the end as well. So the general advice is, whenever it's possible, stop sharing your slides and make sure your camera is full screen. There are some tricks in Teams or in Zoom that can use to spotlight your video so that everybody sees you full screen. Okay, so those are some quick fixes to improve the fidelity of your web calls or your online lectures.